How did you catch your toxic ex in their own web of lies? My ex-wife weaponized CPS against me like it was her personal harassment service. It all started shortly after our divorce. She'd call in fake reports every other week saying I was neglecting our twins, leaving them home alone, unsafe living conditions, you name it. CPS would show up Saturday mornings as I'm making the boys pancakes, and they'd have to investigate even though the kids were right there, happy and healthy. The caseworker started apologizing every time she came. "I'm sorry, Mr. Santiago, we got another call," she'd say. Meanwhile, Karen's at school pickup telling other parents she's worried about the boys' safety at daddy's house, playing the concerned mother perfectly. Other parents started avoiding me. My own sister called asking if I needed help. "Maybe Karen should have the boys more if you're struggling," she suggested. I wasn't struggling. I was being framed. I even knew exactly why she was doing it. She wanted emergency custody to triple the child support. She'd already told her sister about the Range Rover she was planning to buy. "Just need a few more months," I'd heard her say at drop-off. But how do you even bring that up? If I accused her of something, she'd just use that as me distancing the kids from their mom on purpose. So I got strategic about documenting everything. I installed these Blink cameras throughout the house, a $189 system from Amazon that uploaded everything to the cloud, and suddenly I had footage of every moment with the boys. Me helping them with homework at the kitchen table, us making spaghetti together on Tuesdays, reading Captain Underpants at bedtime. All of it was time-stamped and saved where she couldn't claim it didn't happen. But that wasn't enough. I also started keeping this obsessive notebook where I logged every single thing we did, complete with photos, because I knew I'd need proof that the boys were thriving at my house, not being neglected like she claimed. Then I noticed something that made my stomach drop. I was sitting at my kitchen table comparing my custody calendar to all the CPS visits, and the pattern jumped out at me. Every single visit happened within 48 hours of my custody weekend starting. 15 visits in 6 months, all perfectly timed to mess with my parenting time. The pattern became crystal clear. She was literally scheduling her false reports to cause maximum disruption, calling CPS like clockwork every time my weekend approached. Then I discovered her fatal mistake through another dad at soccer, whose ex had apparently pulled the same move. He told me to request for the CPS call logs through FOIA, because they have to show who's making the reports. And when those logs came back, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Karen's cell phone number appeared 15 times, and she'd even used her real name on half the calls, claiming to be a concerned family member like CPS. Wouldn't figure out she was my ex-wife. Meanwhile, she's on Facebook playing the devoted single mother who does everything alone. My neighbor, Mrs. Wendy, was so angry when she found out what was happening that she wrote this 3-page affidavit about how the boys would run to hug me every time they saw me, how happy and well cared for they were. I got 6 more neighbors to do the same, and my brother Tom started coming to dinner every Tuesday just to photograph us being a normal family, playing board games and doing homework together. After 3 months, I had 7 sworn affidavits, hours of time-stamped footage, and the smoking gun of her own call logs proving she made every false report. My evidence binder was 2 inches thick, everything color-coded and tabbed, like I was prosecuting a federal case. My lawyer spent over an hour going through it all, and when he finally looked up, he just shook his head and said she had no idea what kind of shitstorm was about to hit her. Then one day, Karen finally made her move and filed for emergency custody, citing 15 CPS investigations as proof I was dangerous. On the court date, she showed up in her struggling mother costume, conservative dress, tissues in hand, telling the judge how she fears for the boys' safety. Her lawyer stacks the CPS reports dramatically, saying, "Where there's smoke, there's fire." The judge was nodding sympathetically, completely buying her fake story, until my lawyer presented our evidence. The timeline chart showing every CPS visit aligned with my custody weekends made his eyebrows shoot up, and the camera footage of the boys thriving during Karen's supposed emergencies. The judge's face darkened when we showed Karen's phone records proving she made every call. "Ma'am, all these calls came from you?" he asked. Karen went white, stammering about genuine concerns. That's when we played the pocket dial voicemail where she told her boyfriend about calling CPS to get emergency custody for the Range Rover money. The judge's face turned cold. "You've weaponized Child Protective Services for financial gain. This is criminal false reporting. Immediate reversal. I got primary custody. She got supervised visitation only. She paid my legal fees, $7,800, plus mandatory counseling and a psychological evaluation." Her lawyer was packing before the judge finished speaking. "Remember how my sister had suggested I should let Karen have the kids? Yeah, it turns out Karen had been telling her a sob story about how I was abusing the kids, crying on her shoulder every week. My sister finally saw through her true colors and sent me and the boys a huge basket full of milk chocolate as an apology.